We talked about Chris, but we didn't really talk about sort of what's going to happen to Rob Lowe and sort of is he digging himself out of this funk? I mean, he's kind of at the lowest right now.
Yeah. One of my favorite things about the character is that he's a crazy spiraler. You know, like when he had a tendonitis or whatever it was in his shoulder, shoulder tendonitis,
yeah.
and then he went instantly to like, I'm gonna die. Like it goes from shoulder tendonitis, I'm gonna die in like 10 seconds. So we kind of devised this thing where he, you know, he's Rob Lowe. He's like a perfect human being, right? So the challenge from the writing standpoint is to try to figure out like, look at him. God, that looks really real.
It really does.
What if somehow he suddenly was there?
He started talking. Aren't you required to say literally?
Yeah, exactly.
The realist character?
Literally there. But the challenge in the writer's room is to give him like Achilles' heels because he's very impressive as a human being. And so we kind of devised this season where he has this relationship with Jerry's daughter, Millicent, played by the great Sarah Wright, which was really good. And then she is kind of younger than he is, and so she breaks up with him, and that makes him sad. And then Tom and Ann insanely get together, and that makes him kind of sad. And so we've been chipping away at him, and the last kind of 4 episodes of the season are about him actually hitting bottom, I would say, and then figuring out what it is that he wants to do with his life to get him out of that rut.
There's a funny pitch that at some point in the distant future, Andy's character will be the mayor of the town.
Yeah.
And that Rob Lowe's character will be like an obese homeless man. So at some point they cross.
Yeah. It's like a Theodore Dreiser novel or something.
When we shot the Valentine episode for this year, we were there late one night and we had to be dancing and stuff, and the room gets hot because there's like 200 extras and it's all crazy. So at some point Rob takes off his shirt. I said, we are not of the same species. Because he's like only 2 years younger than me, maybe. I don't understand it.
Well,
But Jim, larger penis.
Larger
Yes.
penis.
Bringing you back.
Stop it.
So how many of you guys bought the Pawn ebook? How many of you had the book?
yeah. Nice.
There it is down there. So the book is thorough. Do you guys have to reference it just for continuity's sake, or is it truly the Bible now for the show, or how does that kind of correlate
Pretty
with the
biblical.
Yeah.
show? Yeah.
It's brought up a lot, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, in Amy's episode, there's a problem. Andy and April have a problem with their cable. They don't, because guess who didn't pay the cable bill? And we were like, wait, we know what the cable company in town is called. It's called Cable-tastic with an exclamation point, and it's in the book. And so the art department uses it a lot to reference like it is very much like a Bible, yeah.
We should point out the art department on our show. It is like the best.
Yeah.
Everything in our office, in the Parks Department, every paper, everything is real. So every list we have is like always filled with jokes. Every drawer you open is filled with real stuff. They do an amazing job of creating this world.
The
And
newspapers have
Yeah.
every
articles.
newspaper has every.
I get most of my news from those. They're all made up.
And it is great. I mean, this is an LA crowd, so I mean, I don't know about you guys. When I watch it, I love seeing sort of LA spots or valley spots that you've transformed into Pawnee.
Sure. Well, the craziest thing is that, like, in this day and age of HD television and DVRs, you can't fake this stuff. Like, when we did Leslie's campaign ad, and we had this scroll of things that she says she's pro.
Right.
The original, I feel like the original one it had like 30 of them, and it just repeated them over and over again. And it was like, shit, man, we can't do that. Like, people are gonna stop it.
wanted it
And
to go
they did.
fast.
Yeah, we made it go faster, but you could still make them out. And so we sat down and we wrote a list of 130 things that Leslie's in favor of, because we knew that like people are gonna read it. And then, I mean, the fun part of it is, I mean, it's all fun, but the excellent part of that specific task is that it's fun to come up with things that Leslie is in favor of. So it's like a team joke writing exercise. And then like within, like 45 minutes of that episode airing, a complete list of everything that she is in favor of is on the internet. So
Yeah.
it's like a good reminder that like, you gotta, people are paying attention. You gotta make it worth their while.
And the internet has been, and the fans have been so cool to our show on the internet.
Yeah.
They've created these worlds, and videos and stuff, and it just, I don't know, there's something about our show and the internet fan base that works really well together, and we've always been very grateful for that.
Because our fans are smart. Give yourselves a big hand for being fucking awesome.